Good evening. Could I ask all new fellows to please take their seats at the moment? Thank you. We've still got a little while to go, but if I could just have you all seated so we can make sure you're all here and it's all working well. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jan Sharrock. I'm the Executive Director of Fellowship Affairs with the College, and it's my very great pleasure to welcome you here tonight. I'd now like you to be upstanding for the entry of the stage party. I'd also ask you then to remain standing for the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia. Welcome.
so let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you very much for that lovely rendition of the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia. Can I ask everyone to be seated? It's just fantastic to see such a great turnout as well. Well done. Welcome. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of this land, and pay my respects to the elders both past and present. Now, I'm not sure if I introduced myself. My name is Chris Kokis and I'm the ANZCA President, so thank you very much. New fellows and their families and friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as ANZCA President, I welcome you to the 2023 graduation ceremony of the Australia and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists and the Faculty of Pain Medicine. It is my pleasure to welcome the stage party behind me, and I wish to acknowledge Dr. Kieran Davis, my partner at the college and the Dean of the Faculty of Pain Medicine. The evening, as part of our stage party, we welcome our medal and award winners, members of our regional organising committee, ANZCA councillors. Someone's trying to compete with me. ANZCA councillors, Faculty of Pain Medicine board members, past presidents and past deans, our ASM keynote speakers, college ceremony orator, citation readers, as well as representatives from our sister anaesthesia colleges and other medical colleges. We welcome you all and thank you for joining us this evening for this celebration. Thank you. Can I start this evening by again extending a very warm welcome to all of you here tonight. It is truly a momentous occasion when we can finally all gather to acknowledge and celebrate your admission to the ANZCA Fellowship, and that's directed to the massive number of people being awarded the fellowship tonight. Congratulations. As in all areas of our lives, COVID-19 has disrupted our college ceremony. So tonight we have the pleasure of welcoming 260 of you. Our ceremony will be slightly different to previous years, but hopefully just as memorable. Of course, as graduates, you know that tonight is not really about you or even us on the stage. It's about your family and friends who have hopefully joined us tonight. They have had to put up with years of shift work, changing workplaces, and the stress of exams, which can turn even the most capable of us into cranky, tired, and generally painful people. I can't guarantee now they've graduated they'll improve, but you can't blame the college anymore for that. As graduates, you are here tonight because you've worked hard to attain a standard of knowledge, competence, skill, and professionalism we think is consistent with being a specialist anaesthetist. These attributes are not just something you can read out of a book or look up on the internet. They require a huge commitment and hopefully the development of a mindset that will help you deal with the challenges you might encounter during your career. I can safely say that the standard you have achieved is as good as any training program in the world. You deservedly belong in a relatively small, exclusive group of professionals who can safely manage patients in just about any circumstance. With this comes the privilege of looking after people when they are sick, vulnerable, and in need of your expert care. Most of you have worked collaboratively with your colleagues during your time as a trainee. You've formed study groups, exam groups, or even just developed friendship groups that may last your entire career. Continue to support each other as you already have. Anaesthesia can be a lonely and isolated specialty. Under anaesthesia, our patients aren't usually very conversational, and sometimes neither are the surgeons. My apologies to the surgeons in the panel. As you have learnt to do during your training, help and support each other in the future. If someone talks to you about a difficult case, offer to assist them. You'll be surprised at how comforting a second opinion and extra pair of hands is. Take the time to speak to colleagues who have been in stressful situations. None of us are particularly well prepared to cope with these, and a sympathetic ear can really make a difference. Excuse me a moment. You are now relatively undifferentiated, and your career can go in many directions. But let me give you 3 more pieces of advice for your future. Firstly, please take care of yourselves, both physically and mentally, and in this way, you'll be in the best position to take care of your patients. Secondly, even though you are just beginning your career, remember your legacy begins as soon as you start working. Always be mindful of your behaviour, not just towards the patients, but to all the staff and people that surround you at Merck, many of who will look to you for leadership. And lastly, give back in some way. It will enhance your career and reward you in ways not immediately obvious. It may be involvement with the college. We always need lots of volunteers, but it might also be locally within your department, helping trainees or SIMGs. Just contribute, and as a specialty, we all benefit. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, and congratulations again on your successful transition to being a Fellow of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. For those in attendance tonight who have children, this is a house message. For those in attendance tonight who have children needing a break during the ceremony, there is a live feed on Cockle Bay 1 located on level 3. Dr. Michael Jones, can I welcome you to the stage? That's mine.
You got it. Very good. The Renton Prize was established by the Faculty of Anaesthetists, Royal Australasian College of Surgeons in 1956 and is awarded to the eligible candidate who achieves the highest marks in the primary examination and a standard of excellence considered by the examiners to justify the award of the prize. President, I have the honour to present to you the trainee who was awarded the Renton Prize at the May 2021 primary examination, Dr. Natalie Smith. President, I have the honour to present to you the trainee who was awarded the Renton Prize at the October 2021 primary examination, Dr. Mason Harbill. President, I have the honour to present to you the trainee who was awarded the Renton Prize at the May 2022 primary examination, Dr. Alexandra Carl. President, I have the honour to present to you the trainee who was awarded the Renton Prize at the October 2022 primary examination, Dr. John Webster. The Cecil Gray Prize was established by the Faculty of Anaesthetists, Royal Australasian College of Surgeons in 1978 and is awarded to the eligible candidate who achieves the highest mark in the final examination and a standard of excellence considered by the examiners to justify the award of the prize. President, I have the honour to present to you the trainee who was awarded the Cecil Gray Prize at the November 2022 final examination, Dr. Alexander Garner. President, I have the honour to present to you the Fellows of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists admitted to the College by completion of the ANZCA Vocational Training Program and by the Specialist International Medical Graduate Assessment process presenting at the ASM. I request that the audience members please reserve their applause until the completion of their presentations. Pooja Agrawal. Blagoya Alampieski. Lisa Mariana Parasuk Alakon. Caroline Mary Arians. Forkan Arashad. James Lachlan Bainbridge. David Scott Barlow. Caroline Mary Bate. Rachel Patrice Bell. Catherine Jane Bella. Maximilian Jeffrey Debra Beness. James Edward Bickley. Marion Louise Biddle. Lisa Biggs. Syed Muhammad bin Syed Abdul Hamid. Matthew Jacob Black. Francine Christie Woodsall Bond Rhodes. James Edward Lloyd Booth. Rosalind Claire Boyd. Louise Caroline Boyle. Charlotte Sarah Brace. David Michael Briggs. Daniel Francis Broderick. Catherine Brooker. Anthony William Brown. Elise Victoria Butler. Juliana Quesado Salazar. Adam Craig Kammerman. Leandro Soto Mayor Cardoso. Mariam Khalil Kasim. Thomas Joel Chalk. Chan Chor San Alfred. Timothy Robert Charles. Andrew Chazen. Richie Jacob Cherian. Joshua Shi Jin Chu. Tejas Chikara. Elaine Ray Chilcott. Jun Chin. Shapriya Chowdhury. James Alexander Cole. Frances Ann Cahoon. Thank you. Laura Elizabeth Connell. Oliver Thomas Newman Cook. Anuk Rwanka Hukure. Samuel Timothy Costello. Luis Ruben Quadros. Laura Joan Danzy. Thomas David Darling. Rick Jonathan Davis. Chamath De Silva. Emmanuel Doss. Elizabeth Ashley Dickey. Jane Thu Doan. Megan Elizabeth Downing. Jeremy Liam Duke. Cameron James Dunn. Anika Ajed. Carl Alexander Eisner. Nicholas Anthony Enzor. Elise Kate Farrow. Daniel Yung Jian. Fung, excuse me. Sorry, Daniel. Samuel Robert Fowler. Nicole Elise Galletley. Amit Ganguly, Ron Glick, Brendan Edward Frederick Goodwin, Sophie Elizabeth Gormack, Neha Gasavi, Catherine Goff, Oliver T. Gouldthorpe, Rafael Grossi Rocha, Jonathan George Gurgis, Aya Gupta, Michelle Andrea Horschler, Laura Jane Margaret Hamilton, Gina Hanna, Charles Alexander James Harding, David John Hargreaves, John Paul Harper, Matthew Hart, Chloe Lauren Heath, Paul Anthony Heatley, Seng Wei Ho, Grace Brianna Hollins, Ella Louise Houston, Andrew Huang, Sana Hutamaki, Nicole Jacqueline Hunt, Claudia Imiolo Brookman, Diana Ishak, Robin Julie Eason, Jody Lisa Jamison, Havula Ruth Jarameo, Kristen Helen Jensen, Hugh David John, Rebecca Ann John, Ryan Troy Johnson, Courtney Lee Jones. Nicole Lauren Kalish. Theepan Kathir Gamanathan. Nicole Angela Kemp. Mevish Khalil. Swatha Kaneru. Neketh Alex Kuravilla. Jessica Ida Elizabeth Lack. Yan Tong Lei. Stefan Lang. Peter John Langren. Andrew Langton. Kathleen Dominique Lanigan. Daniel Lau. Jennifer Lay. Sarah Letterfat. Gary Chi-Ho Lung. Joyce Hilda Lung. Michael Yonhoon Lee. Vivienne Lang. Xiao Leong. Annabelle Li Ming Lim. Calvin Fong Jin Lim. George Saik Min Lim. Victoria Elizabeth Lingard. David Yan Yu Lu. Ainsley Christina Lorick. Jun Hao Lo. Joshua Reed Lund. Victoria Ann Leon. Leela Manick. Holly Eliza Martin. Walston Reginald Martis. Matthew Armando Matto. Thomas David Maycock. Claire Mary McCann. Sharon Lisa McGregor. Danielle Louise McPherson. Anna Jan Mearns. Louven Bing Menzies. Tejinder Kaur Mithal. Sorry. Gonzalo Millan Montoya. Isha Minikas. Biliana Mishevsky. Brendan Anthony Mitchell. William Cobley Moore. Alice Louisa Moore. Tiago Moreira. Nicole Muir. Heather Lynn Scott Murray. James Richard Mutta. Naiko Nawoko. Tessa Alexandra Knoll. Benson James Nardino. Milan Nassif. Erin Mary Nelson. Sneha Nepali. Michael Hugh Ing. Tim Newen. Jing Sheng On. Ronathung Ovung. Tegan Samantha Owen. Savpreet Pala. Ray Parabalingam. Alistair James Park. Karen Park. Parita Patel. Nicole Patterson. Jessica Monica Heather Payton. Benjamin George Peake. Catherine Lorianne Peace. Alan James Richard Pearce. Hannah Perlman. Samuel Paul Perrin. David Paul Phillips. Lauren Nicole Piltz. Simon Timothy Porter. Bronwyn Rose Posselt. Linga Najendra Prasad. Georgina Natalie Prasis. Laura Prates Vittoria. James Franklin Preuss. Arthur Pronovich. Sandeep Singh Rakara. Ganesh Ramanathan. Ramatha Vidushan Ranasinghe. Paneet Ranot. Priya Teresa Rao. Kate Ellen Ray. Alexandra Louise Nelson Reid. David Brian Reid. Cameron Nathaniel Rush. Cephas Satyanandan. Sam Whiteley Shriek. Danielle Rebecca Scott. Richard Seglenix. Marta Soretny. Island 7. D. Shan. Jay Sharma. Shi Hong Shen. Yi Ching Sia. Natalie Ann Sim. Carling Ann Tills Simmons. Peter Michael Henry Simmons. Shaila Sivakumar. Jared Michael Smith. Seetal Schnook. Tobiah Harry Babington Snook. Brendan Jonathan So. Anna Elizabeth Steer. Jennifer Stevens. Michelle Nicole Stewart. Justin Nicholas Schwerchek. Doris Wei Si Tang. Zach Daniel Tappenden. Benjamin Daniel Tazzi. Amanda Jane Taylor. Michael Tyrrell Taylor. Angus Edward Patrick Thompson. Michael Tobin. Victoria Man Ying Sang. Yiying Sally Sang. Amy Sanmei Zen. Sophie Charlotte Unell. Colin Bruce Urquhart. Ramel Valentin Jr. Sathya Surya Shravan Varanasi. Jenna Louise Verbeek. Tharindu Vithanage. Nicole Kyla Vox. Sam Zachary Walsh. Lauren Kate Walton. Riley Page Ward. Andrew David Halliday Weiss. Darren Westerway. Alice Elizabeth White. Jeffrey Julian Wigmore. Andrew Marshall Wilson. Kaz Winarski. Alison Joyce Wong. Karen Yi Ching Wong. Mark Alexander Wynne. Andrea Kasturi Jayendra Xavier. Kuwei Zhu. Grace Qing Zhang. Rebecca Bai Zhao. Urana Zurvalenko.
Just give me a moment to recover. Okay. Now, I invite all the new fellows to rise. Time for you to do some work. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the ANZCA Council, not just as the President, I welcome you to the Fellowship of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. My congratulations to you all. Please be seated again. I think you all did a great job. Well done. It is now my great honour to welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Pain Medicine, Dr. Kieran Davis. Kieran, your turn.
Thank you, Chris. Well done, Mick. That was a wonderful effort. Ka tangi te tui, ka tangi te kaka, te kangi hoki aho, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. My predecessor as Dean, Mick Vagg, did not get a chance to stand here at a college ceremony or attend an ASM because Zoom didn't really count that well. And I'd just like to say thank you, Mick, for 2 hard, difficult years and all that you did for the faculty in those 2 years. And I know he's sitting behind me. The Faculty of Pain Medicine was founded 25 years ago this year. It was a culmination of a 10-year process that started as a working party within ANZCA and subsequently the formation of the Joint Advisory Committee in Pain Medicine. This brought together the representative of 5 founding colleges: ANZCA, the College of Surgeons, the College of Psychiatry, the College of Physicians, and the Faculty of Rehabilitation Medicine. On the 3rd of October 1998, ANZCA Council founded the Faculty of Pain Medicine and appointed the first board members. The first faculty board meeting was a teleconference held on November the 23rd, 1998. Within a year, 47 founding fellows had been approved, training units had been accredited, an exam had been devised, and the first trainees had sat the exam. The pass rate was 100%. In 2005, the Australian Medical Council recognised pain medicine as an independent specialty. And in 2012, the Medical Council of New Zealand recognised pain medicine as a vocational scope of practice. We now have nearly 500 fellows, over 40 training units across 4 countries, with 4 of those training units being in Hong Kong and 1 in Singapore. I'd like to make particular mention of Michael Cousins, the first Dean and the driving force behind the Joint Advisory Committee and the development of the faculty. Lee Atkinson, the second Dean and neurosurgeon and staunch advocate of the faculty, and Milton Cohen, the third Dean and long-standing DPA, who was the intellectual focus of the faculty for almost 25 years. I'd also like to mention a number of our long-membering staff, and I was just looking around, Juliet Whittington, Penny McMorran, Caroline Beanie, and Helen Morris. To the new fellows we celebrate here today, this probably sounds like a long time ago. In 1998, I was a junior doctor in Auckland, struggling with work, finances, and a young family. I suspect most of you were at primary school. But as you join our faculty, it is important to know that the FPM was the first medical college dedicated to pain medicine in the world. It remains the only one which is multidisciplinary. Our exam, training program and curriculum were again first internationally, and when we introduced our procedures endorsement program, again, it was a first. The early years of the faculty were focused on training and examinations and also finding a secure position within the college. In more recent years, we've been looking outwardly to see if we can engage with governments within New Zealand and at a state and federal level in Australia. Our drive is to support equitable access to pain medicine for the 1 in 5 Australians and New Zealanders who suffer in chronic pain, and also to improve the working conditions for our fellows and our trainees. This brings me to what this evening is all about, welcoming the new fellows into our faculty. And I need to say, well done. Long journey, huge effort. And to the families, again, thank you. Again, a long journey and a huge effort. And at this point, I need to come clean. The faculty is a club that keeps on asking. When we organise our exam, we have to mobilise 10% of our fellows. If you then look at our education, professional standard committees, our regional committees, our national committees, our supervisors of training, our accreditation reviewers, at any one time, there's somewhere in the region of 50 to 60% of our fellows are actively engaged with supporting the faculty. The other 40% are those that did it in the first 25 years. This means the new fellows here today, we need you actively engaged with the faculty to support the next generation of trainees and to keep the faculty as a world leader in pain medicine. In 25 years' time, you will be here as board members or as a dean. And at this point, don't look right or left or behind you. This should be you. You accept the fellowship today as an equal. What you do with it is your choice, but every door is open. This is your faculty, and in 25 years' time, it will be what you make it. No rewa tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. I would like at this point to welcome onto the stage Associate Professor Charles Brooker, our Chief Examiner.
The Barbara Walker Prize for Excellence in Pain Medicine was established in 1999 through the generosity of Mrs. Barbara Walker. This prize is awarded annually to the candidate who's achieved outstanding performance in the fellowship examination. I have the honour to present to you Dr. Thomas Chalk to receive the Barbara Walker Prize for Excellence in the Pain Medicine examination for 2022. Mr. Dean, I now have the honour to present to you the Fellows admitted to the Faculty of Pain Medicine by completion of the FPM training programme. I request that audience members reserve their applause until completion of the presentations. Priya Arvind. Hannah Amelia Bennett. Chan Chor-san Alfred. Ho Yin Chan. Shupriya Chowdhury. James Mackenzie Forbes. Yon Than Ganashanathan. Amit Ganguly. Mominul Hassan. Jennifer Ellen Hudson. Jeffrey Z. Fung Ip. Karen Ann Joseph. Adeline Zin Yu Leong. Nikunj Parekh. Karen Park. Amrita Prasad. Konara Muriansalagi Sonetra Samara Korn. Andrew David Halliday Weiss. Karen Yi-Ching Wong.
I now invite you all to rise. By the virtue of the authority invested in me by the Board of the Faculty, I welcome you to the Fellowship of the Faculty of Pain Medicine, Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. Congratulations to you all.
The Robert Orton Medal is the highest honour the college can award to its fellows. This award is made at the discretion of the council, the sole criterion being distinguished service to anaesthesia, perioperative medicine or pain medicine. Associate Professor David Pescott will introduce the winner for this year.
I invite Dr. Amanda Barrett to stand. President, it is my great honour to present Dr. Amanda Barrett for the award of the Robert Orton Medal. Dr. Amanda Barrett is an expert and caring clinician, a dedicated and skilled educator and an innovator in undergraduate and vocational curriculum design. Amanda has led extensive innovations in the University of Melbourne postgraduate medical program. Amanda is also a leader in international anaesthesia development. Amanda's distinguished service has significantly contributed to the advancement of anaesthesia, training, education and continual professional development in many low-resource countries. Her involvement and achievements are too extensive to catalogue, but I'll try. In brief, Amanda is part of the faculty of the Real-World Anaesthesia course, the Emergencies in Anaesthesia course, the Essential Pain Management course, the Initial Emergency Care course in Cabelli. Amanda is also an essential committee member of the ASA ODEC Committee, the World Federation Society of Anaesthetists Publication Committee, the WFSA Editorial Committee, and a co-facilitator of the annual Mongolian Society meeting. Amanda's contributions to improving health and promoting communities of practice in low-resource countries is second to none. In 2019, Amanda was awarded the Letter of Honour from the Myanmar Society of Anaesthetists. Last year, Amanda was awarded the Order of the Polar Star of Mongolia. This is Mongolia's highest civilian award and the only Australian to ever receive it. Amanda can now rub shoulders with the likes of Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. But beyond the awards and the accolades, I believe that Amanda's most significant influence in international aid has been her enthusiasm, her commitment, and her graciousness that has inspired and empowered anaesthesia colleagues in resource countries, especially her female counterparts. Amanda embodies the fundamentals of the Robert Orton Medal. She has and continues to demonstrate outstanding service internationally, nationally, and to our local community. President, it is my great honour and pleasure to present for the award of the Robert Orton Medal, Dr. Amanda Barrett.
Congratulations. Let's get a photo. biggest box. Congratulations, Amanda. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. The Stuart Henderson Award is awarded to a fellow who has demonstrated excellence and provided outstanding contribution, scholarship and mentorship to medical education in the field of anaesthesia and/or pain medicine. The award is named after Dr. Stuart Henderson, who served as an ANZCA counsellor from 1992 to 2004, working particularly in education and training and as an assessor. The award recognises the profile of educators within the college and honours Dr. Henderson for his past efforts and contribution to medical education. Professor David Story will be awarding the Stuart Henderson Medal. Thank you, David.
Thank you, President. It is my great honour to present Dr. Joel Simons for the 2022 Stuart Henderson Award.
Joel, come on.
As the President said, the Stuart Henderson Award recognises ANZCA Fellows who have demonstrated excellence and provided outstanding contribution, scholarship and mentorship to medical education, anaesthesia or pain medicine. Dr. Joel Simons has done all these things for our new discipline of perioperative medicine. Joel is an ANZCA Fellow who practices clinical anaesthesia and perioperative medicine at the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne and is a senior lecturer at Monash University. Joel is an international leader in education in perioperative medicine and was instrumental in creating the world-leading Monash University graduate qualifications and short courses in perioperative medicine. Joel has collaborated with University College London, a world-leading university, to create an online short course in perioperative medicine, which is an outstanding international collaboration. Given his international leadership and expertise in perioperative education, Joel is at the forefront of the emerging ANZCA Diploma in Perioperative Medicine, focusing on clinical immersion in multidisciplinary teams. Joel is working closely with both ANZCA Fellows and ANZCA staff to create this vital and innovative qualification. This current work further confirms that Joel is a very worthy recipient of the Stuart Henderson Award. President, it is my great honour and pleasure to present for the Stuart Henderson Award for 2022, Dr. Joel Simons.
Can I introduce Associate Professor Mick Vagg?
Could I ask Dr. Melissa Viney to be upstanding? President, it's my tremendous honour to present Dr. Melissa Viney for the 2023 Stuart Henderson Award. Dr. Viney has been an enormous influence on trainees and new fellows across more than 2 decades in anaesthesia and pain medicine. She's supervised and mentored several dozen trainees at this point and has remained for most of them an important source of professional and personal advice. One of her mentees, such as Melissa's passion both for keeping a low profile and for medical education, that one of her mentees has described her as the most influential faculty person you've never heard of. Those of us in the faculty know Melissa very well and we've heard of her very well. Her membership of the Curriculum Redesign Project Steering Group for the Faculty of Pain Medicine resulted in what is the jewel in the intellectual property crown of the faculty internationally, a world-leading curriculum for pain medicine, which has gone on to inform the basis of the curricula for the European Diploma of Pain Medicine, the Faculty of Pain Medicine Fellowship of the College of Anaesthesiologists of Ireland and the Hong Kong Board of Pain Medicine Fellowship. In addition to her seminal contributions in pain medicine education, Dr. Viney was also an ANZCA examiner and educator. She was one of the first supervisors of training for pain medicine in Victoria and my own supervisor of training about 1,000 million years ago. She was a founding member of the Geelong course, which was initiated in 2008 as a long case preparation workshop but has morphed over the years, and in 2015 this weekend program became the basic clinical skills course. And Dr Viney continued to contribute to that program until 2021, when it was retired and replaced by the binational centralised trainee tutorial program. That was a brief respite. It came back this year as the orientation to pain medicine training weekend. Dr Viney's been an examiner for the Fellowship Clinical Exam and Long Case as a member of the FPM Examination Committee, where she's been pivotal in providing leadership to ensure fairness and validity of examination processes. She's chaired the Training Unit Assessment Committee for 3 years. She's been a member of and/or chair of all of the major faculty educational committees, and she's been the FPM assessor for the last 2 years. She's worked as a specialist international medical graduate assessor, bringing to the faculty board's attention the critical issue of ensuring that our process for SIMG practitioners was in accordance with AMC standards, and she's really driven reform in that area. She was appointed the inaugural faculty DPA for training and education last year. In short, Dr Viney has displayed exemplary attributes that this citation seeks to highlight. On behalf of myself and Associate Professor Meredith Craigie as her nominators, we commend her, President and Dean, as eminently worthy of the Stuart Henderson Award. So it's my great honour and pleasure to present for the award of the 2023 Stuart Henderson Award, Dr Melissa Viney.
Envelope and a certificate and a medal. Congratulations. Dr Jones, you're on again. It's been a while.
The Ray Hayder Award for Pastoral Care promotes compassion and has a focus on the welfare of anaesthetists, other colleagues, patients and the community. The award was established by Dr Brendan Karp in memory of his friend Ray Hayder, a Victorian trainee who passed away in 1998 due to an accidental drug overdose. 2021 award recipient Dr Sally Wharton was nominated by her peers for her contribution to the welfare of many trainees and the fellows at Children's Hospital Westmead. In making the award, ANZCA Council has noted Dr Wharton's direct personal support and encouragement of trainees, the development of a formal mentoring program within the department, and the raising of awareness of mental health issues and the value of personnel and team support for trainees and fellows. Please join me in congratulating Dr Sally Wharton.
Someone's taking your medal. Don't you worry, I'll find it for you.
It's in the mail.
We just might have to get security to just check you all before you leave. My apologies. Can I invite Professor David Story again? David. Stand. Thank you very much.
I invite Associate Professor Liz Everard to stand, please. President, it is my great honour to present Associate Professor Liz Everard as an Honorary Fellow of ANZCA. ANZCA Council from time to time awards Honorary Fellowship of ANZCA to recognise distinguished members of the medical profession as well as other eminent individuals from outside the clinical community. As an indication of the significance of Honorary Fellowship, over the last 25 years, only 3 other people have been awarded Honorary ANZCA Fellowship. Associate Professor Liz Everard is a PhD neuroscientist researching perioperative neurocognitive disorders, including the serious but under-recognised complication of delirium. She is an Associate Professor within the Department of Critical Care at the University of Melbourne and is based in the Department of Anaesthesia at St Vincent's Hospital, also in Melbourne, and recently at Cornell University, a leading university in the United States. In addition to her international leadership in understanding and classifying perioperative cognitive disorders, Liz has made a substantial contribution to ANZCA activities, including many highly regarded talks, and as a member of the ANZCA Research Committee and as Deputy Scientific Convener for the COVID-challenged 2021 Melbourne ANZCA Annual Scientific Meeting. From all these contributions to our specialty, Liz is a very worthy recipient of the rare and prestigious award of Honorary Fellowship of ANZCA. President, I have the honour and privilege to present to you Associate Professor Liz Everard for conferment of Honorary Fellowship of ANZCA.
I'm going to gown you. And that's your honorary ANZCA fellowship. Don't sit down yet. They'll say these magic words. By virtue of the authority vested in me by ANZCA Council, I welcome you to the Fellowship of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. Let the fellow be gowned. We've already done the gowning. Well done. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished college ceremony orator, Dr. Gareth Andrews. Oh, Gareth. In 2011, Gareth graduated from the University of Sydney with honours before being accepted to the training program at St Vincent's Hospital. After completing his provisional fellowship year at Royal North Shore Hospital, Gareth moved to Cardiff to work in the NHS as a consultant anaesthetist at the University Hospital of Wales. Throughout 2020, Gareth played an integral part in the COVID-19 pandemic response in South Wales, including planning and developing Wales' Dragon's Heart Hospital. Gareth also has a keen interest in expedition medicine and is a fellow of the Explorers Club for his contribution to science and exploration. He has completed expeditions to the magnetic North Pole, Greenland, Iceland, Svalbard, I don't even know where that is, and to Antarctica. Gareth most recently led the Antarctica 2023 expedition with his teammate, Dr. Richard Stevenson. They completed a full, unsupported South Pole ski expedition of 1,404 kilometres in 66 days, and in doing so, they collected critical climate data in collaboration with the Australian Antarctic Program. As ambassadors for Scouts Australia, Gareth and Richard's epic journey engaged and inspired tens of thousands of young Scouts across Australia and New Zealand to reach for their goals and take positive action in the face of the global climate emergency. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gareth Andrews. Thank you, Gareth.
I begin today by acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which we stand today, and I pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. My wholehearted congratulations to you all and welcome. I feel like I've met you all, it's wonderful. For me, becoming a fellow of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists is the achievement I am most proud of. And it is an honour of the highest order to stand before you today and deliver this oration. For you today, here in this moment, it is about the beginning. To be sitting here, you are all remarkable people. And you stand on the edge of wonderful careers. I want to encourage you all to go forward, to dare greatly, look to the horizon and the possibilities it holds. In Australia at this time, fewer people than ever actually feel like they belong to something. There are fewer people involved in community organisations. Fewer people are members of a union, participate in religious or political groups. Fewer people are playing organised sport. As a society, our sense of community is waning, and it is becoming less about we and more about me. I want to impress upon you now that you are fellows of a great institution. You belong to this community of exceptional, like-minded people that exist to support you in every aspect of your professional career and your personal lives. Without the support of this community, I would not have had the opportunities that I've been so lucky to have had over the last few years, and there are a number of people in this room that have helped me very much. I love being an anaesthetist and feel immensely privileged to be able to practice this profession. Alongside this, I've endeavoured to combine my career in medicine with my passion and curiosity for the natural world. Over the last 10 years, I've travelled over 3,000 kilometres through the Arctic and Antarctic, sometimes as expedition doctor, other times in a quest for adventure, driven by the innate curiosity of discovering new places and the secrets they hold. For me, this 10-year journey has led to our attempt to become the first people to cross the Antarctic continent on foot, without support or assistance, a journey of 2,000 kilometres, and to return with scientific data that will advance our knowledge of the world's changing climate, and physiological data that will advance our knowledge of the impact of extreme endurance on the human body. After returning from these far-off places, I often get asked why. Why go through the pain and suffering of months alone at minus 40 degrees on an Antarctic ice sheet, or adrift on the Arctic Ocean, dodging polar bears and battling violent polar storms? The answer is simple. We are fulfilling our basic human instinct to wonder what is over the horizon, to manifest the evolutionary tendency to explore. As Prometheus would have us do, we strive in our quest for knowledge and the advancement of humankind. My early years on the west coast of Scotland, climbing mountains and fishing hillocks with my dad, instilled in me a passion for adventure and a love for wild places. As a boy, my imagination would run away. I was T.E. Lawrence, forging through Arabia's empty quarter. I was Thesiger, staring down lions in Africa, Cousteau in the South Pacific. Years later, as I attended the learned halls and lecture theatres of university, I couldn't find in chemistry or physics anything like the tachycardia, the pounding heart that rose up on me when I watched the alpenglow of a mountain sunset, or the gold-flecked mist seeping across the Arctic Ocean. I couldn't find anywhere in my studies the spirit of Shackleton sailing the Endurance south in his quest for the pole. It was here that I decided to combine my medical career with exploration, to use this unique set of skills to open the door to the world's wild places. In my internship year, I had the opportunity to join a team trekking to the magnetic North Pole, a journey of 600 kilometers across the Arctic Ocean. Over a month, we battled polar storms and temperatures in the low minus 40s. We scaled pressure ridges of ice and navigated leads of open water. It is the most remarkable place. The sea ice breathes beneath your feet. It is a living thing. It pulses with energy and danger and intrigue. The Earth's poles are the essence of adventure, wild and untamable, and I knew after my time in the north that I would return. The Danes have a word for this, polarhuller, that describes the way the polar regions keep calling people back. In 2016, after passing my primary examination, I crossed the Greenland ice sheet unsupported. It was here that I first witnessed the real-world impact of our planet's warming climate. Vast lakes and rivers of meltwater so early in the Arctic spring, the ice sheet bereft of its blanket of seasonal snow. This journey came with the realization that we stand in a privileged position to travel through these places and to bring back not just scientific data, but pictures and stories that highlight the plight of our warming planet and changing climate. It was amidst the icefalls of Western Greenland, listening to the thundering melt rivers as they coursed their way to the sea, that the idea of our Antarctic expedition was born. My brother-in-law, Richard, an emergency physician in New Zealand, and I spent the next few years paddling unexplored rivers in Iceland and traversing glaciers in Svalbard in preparation for Antarctica. We forged between ourselves a team based on trust and respect, we built our mental toughness and physical resilience needed to survive such a journey. It was this expedition to Antarctica that really saw the skills I've acquired as an anaesthetist complement my experience as an explorer, to allow us to plan and execute a safe and successful expedition. Meticulous planning, attention to detail, leadership, teamwork, resilience, our role as medical experts, our inquiring minds, and skills as scientists and researchers. These skills would allow us to formulate and achieve our scientific goals. They would help keep us safe, healthy, and physically intact over a long and arduous 2.5 months on the ice. And so to Antarctica, the engine room of global climate, profoundly influencing the whole planet through its oceans and atmosphere. There is a sense of deep time in Antarctica, millions of years of ice and geological processes under your feet, eons of stories untold. It is the greatest library on Earth, of which we have read only a handful of books. We have unlocked only a fraction of the knowledge which it holds. Our aim was to be the first people to traverse Antarctica on foot under human power alone, no dogs, kites, or vehicles, and to bring back a unique scientific data set over 70 days of meteorological and atmospheric measurements for the scientists at the Australian Antarctic Division. As the great Sir Ernest Shackleton said, superhuman effort is not worth a damn unless it achieves results. We would also take with us on this journey over 85,000 scouts from across Australia and New Zealand, aiming to engage a generation of young people to conserve Antarctica and our planet into the future. 10 years after first setting foot in the polar regions in late 2022, I found myself standing on the very edge of the Antarctic continent, on the shores of Berkner Island, surrounded by emperor penguins, staring out across the icebergs and the sea ice of the Weddell Sea. Beside me stood my teammate, Richard, companions for the 2.5-month journey that lay before us. Behind us sat 4 sleds, heavily laden with 165 kilos each of food and equipment to survive alone, without support or assistance of any kind. Over the horizon stretched 2,000 kilometers of snow and ice, mountain ranges and crevasse fields, the South Pole, and finally the Ross Ice Shelf on the other side of the continent. We had 66 days to complete this journey before we would be forced to leave due to the impending Antarctic winter. The only people remaining on the continent after this time would be the overwintering scientists at the bases posted at the South Pole and sporadically around the continent. When the Batchelor aircraft left us on the edge of Antarctica, completely alone, probably the most isolated people on the planet, I was intimidated and I felt the first touch of fear, not unlike the creeping dread of my first on-call shift as a first-year registrar. Our days on Berkner Island were filled with blizzards, whiteouts, hurricane-force winds, and cobalt blue skies, the snow-covered expanse racing unhindered to the horizon in all directions. We learned to handle our monstrously heavy sleds. We learned to read the weather, the early warning signs of impending storms. We knew when to worry and when we could sleep soundly in our little red tent. These are also the tools we use every day in our medical world. From Berkner Island, 400 kilometers from the coast now, we descended onto the Ronnie Filchner Ice Shelf and forged our way towards the Pensacola Mountains and the landmass of Antarctica, averaging 24 kilometers a day and 10 hours out on our skis. The Pensacola Mountains form a barrier between the floating ice shelf and the Antarctic plateau. We steered a course for the Wujek Ridge, a steep, heavily crevassed ridge forming the only gateway through the mountains to the plateau beyond. Climbed by only a handful of people previously, we had studied and planned for this moment for years. On approach, the ridge rose like a giant wave. Overhanging seracs ran away to the east. Crevasses lay threateningly across our path. We would need to use all our experience and courage to negotiate it safely. A local artist had painted 4 surfing koalas on my skis, one for each member of my family, a reminder of home, and in these moments, they would remind me of my responsibility to return home in one piece. We scaled the ridge and left the mountains behind us, setting a course for the South Pole. As we ascended to the polar plateau, from sea level we climbed to 2,800 metres, the height of the South Pole. Temperatures plummeted into the -30s and 40s, and the wind grew stronger. So much of these expeditions is about being ready to expect the unexpected. We hit our first sastrugi at 84 degrees south. Huge waves of ice, some over 3 metres tall, carved by violent winds, the legacy of storms of the previous Antarctic winter. We weren't expecting these features for another 200 kilometres, at around 86 degrees south, when we would reach the permanent circumpolar sastrugi band. Instead of a flat, snowy plateau, we would have to contend with over 400 kilometres of waves and ridges that would sap our energy, test our resolve, and ultimately slow our progress. We battled through this terrain for weeks on end, pushing as hard as we could every day. On Christmas Day, high on the Antarctic plateau, as we sat listening to the wind hammer our tent, we came to the realization that we would not make it to the Ross Ice Shelf. And in fact, it would take all our physical reserves and mental resilience to make it to the South Pole in our 66-day window. With still a month to go, we had to change our focus, reassess our position, and reaffirm our ultimate priority to get home safely. On day 66, we reached the South Pole at 6:30 p.m. on the 18th of January, still best of friends, proud to have completed the 1,400-kilometre journey from the coast of Antarctica, having experienced some of the toughest conditions in recent memory. It is through such exploration that scientific and medical innovations occur. We did not achieve our goal of crossing the continent, but we achieved results beyond what we had ever hoped. We collected 66 days of scientific data, over 300,000 individual data points. It is the longest continuous longitudinal data set in Antarctica since Captain Scott's Terra Nova expedition in 1910. We have developed a robust, lightweight method of collecting climate data that can be repeated by those that come after us. We have opened up the world of Antarctica to thousands of young people across Australia and New Zealand. Why am I telling you this? Why is this relevant? As I have said before, I love being an anaesthetist, and I've dedicated my life's work to the pursuit of excellence in the field of anaesthesia. But through exploration, I am chasing my childhood dream. I'm staying true to the boy with a boundless imagination, and I have no doubt my journeys beyond the hospital walls make me a better doctor and better anaesthetist. We all walk towards an endless, unreachable horizon, a stark representation of infinite possibility. You are the future of anaesthesia, and in the years to come, you will make the advances that take our specialty to the next level. With dedicated teammates and a supportive community, so much becomes possible. I want you to know now that as fellows in the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists and Faculty of Pain Medicine, you have a community that will stand by you, support you, and cheer you on in whatever endeavour you choose to pursue. You have already embarked on this great adventure that is our specialty of anaesthesia. It has already given you the tools to be curious and to explore, and I hope it ignites within you the flame of possibility. So I say to you, go forward, dare greatly, push the boundaries. But most of all, do whatever makes you happy, because if you do, you will be a better doctor to your patients, a better partner, better parent, better person, and we as your colleagues and the field of anaesthesia will be better for it. My wholehearted congratulations to you all once again, and good luck.
Thank you, Gareth, for that inspirational speech. It was fantastic and very motivating. Though I have to say, I'll never complain again about anything. Now, I think I've got a medal. Thank you very much for your oration. All right, we're in the home stretch. We've just got the pledge to go, so not too much longer. New fellows and their families and friends, distinguished guests, I now ask our new fellows presented this evening to please rise and join with the Dean and myself, Kieran. We're going to do that dance we practiced earlier. In reciting the Fellowship Pledge. This pledge encompasses specialties of both anaesthesia and pain medicine that form the membership of the college. The pledge recognises and celebrates the significance and importance of the roles played by fellows from both specialties in the delivery of care to the community. I also invite all fellows at this college ceremony, if you wish, to stand and join with our new fellows in the declaration of this pledge. It will be found on the back page of the handbook. Fellows of the College and Faculty, you form the membership of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. The pledge you declare tonight signifies your commitment to your profession and your role as a member of our college. I ask you to please repeat after me, and Kieran and I are going to share this. I know we didn't rehearse this. I accept the privilege, challenges and responsibility of fellowship. Privilege, challenges and responsibility of fellowship.
And pledge to promote and uphold the purpose, values and standards of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists.
To uphold the purpose, values and standards of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists. Thank you, new fellows, and welcome to the fellowship of the Australian and New Zealand College of Anaesthetists and Faculty of Pain Medicine. So concludes our college ceremony for 2023. I acknowledge once again the milestone this is for our new fellows and the faculty and welcome them all as members. I look forward to the celebration to follow at the welcome reception at the Sydney Modern Project Art Gallery of New South Wales. Please follow the direction of the staff, but I'd also like to thank firstly the stage party for joining us this evening. We're very lucky to have fantastic collaboration with other societies and colleges, and the other fellows and the Faculty of Pain Medicine and our distinguished guests. So it's wonderful. Can I thank our fellows for attending? You've really made the evening. But most importantly, can I thank the family and friends for turning up this evening and make it a great evening as well. And I know you've missed the coronation and I apologise for that. But I look forward to seeing you all very soon at the Art Gallery. Thank you very much for coming this evening. Now, I'm just going to, and I forgot, I'm just looking out there and I can see Magella, and I just want to thank the staff that really make this whole event work. I know it looks seamless, not, but they do so much work behind the scenes to really make it as good as it is. So thank you to the staff as well. Thanks again. Hope you've enjoyed the evening and hopefully we'll see you soon. Good night.